Tip of the week, simple ways to reduce your risk of catching a virus. Brought to you by the Smartest Doctor in the Room podcast. One of the best ways to avoid getting sick isn't a magical supplement or medication. It's consistently practicing a few simple hygiene habits. First, makes sense, wash your hands frequently, especially after touching high contact surfaces like door handles, elevator buttons, gas pumps, shopping carts, and especially public restrooms, especially on planes. I'm very careful about this. Now, you don't have to be OCD about this, but it's just a smart thing to do. Viruses can survive on surfaces long enough for us to pick them up, and then we unknowingly transfer it to our eyes, our nose, and our mouth when we touch our face. And that leads to my second point. Try the best that you can to avoid touching your face. Most respiratory viruses do not come through intact skin. They need the mucous membranes, which we have around our eyes, the conjunctiva, in our nose, the nasal mucous membranes, and even our mouth. Third, pay attention to ventilation. So important. Many respiratory viruses spread through the tiny airborne particles that accumulate when you're in a poorly ventilated indoor space. If possible, again, if you have a window in the room, open it up a crack. Now get some fresh air circulation. I'll never forget the report I read during the COVID pandemic. In the beginning, there was a bus in China that traveled for several hours, and 75% of the people on the bus came down with COVID. But the 25% that didn't were sitting by a window where the window was open. That gave me a lot of food for thought. So, here are a few additional sensible strategies not to overlook. Keep your distance from obviously ill individuals if it's possible. Out of consideration, stay at home when you're sick. It's not really great to infect other people, whether it's your coworkers, friends, or family, even if it's a party. Make sure to get adequate sleep. The immune system really needs sleep to work at an optimal level. In general, try to exercise regularly and eat a healthy diet. And finally, again, something we learned during COVID, consider wearing a well-fitting mask when you're in, you believe, high-risk situations, like if you're in a very crowded room for long periods of time. You never know who could be infected. Also, of course, stay up to date on certain vaccinations, especially the flu vaccination, which is very safe and can really protect you from influenza, which is highly contagious. Of course, avoid smoking or excessive alcohol intake. All of that impairs your body's natural immune system. Remember, no single measure is perfect, but when you combine all of these good hygiene factors, avoiding touching your face, improving the ventilation, getting your sleep, all of these things lessen your chances of catching the common respiratory viruses. That's it for today. Remember these tips and stay healthy. Until next time.